With the release of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, we now have 6 films inside of the Shrek and Puss in Boots franchise. So today, I thought it was time for me to stop and rank all 6 Shrek and Puss in Boots films ranked from the worst to the best. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on my screen right now. My name is SWNation, and you're free to comment down below your very own ranking on all 6 Shrek and Puss in Boots films ranked from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could do your favorite. Of course, my list is certainly not the right list. It is just my list. With that being said, guys, I know this video is pretty late. 2023 is just around the corner, but I am sick, so videos were delayed. Again, with that being said, let's get right into our ranking. Kicking off my list at number 6 for me has got to go to Shrek the Third. This is the most watched film for me. I grew up watching this on DVD for years and loved it. To be fair, this is the movie that got me into Shrek, but as I grow older, it's not as great as I remember. Now, always the nostalgia hits when I'm watching it, but unfortunately, this film is nothing like the others. The humor isn't as witty, the villain is just whiny and Prince Charming, and honestly, it should have been better because of how it connected to Shrek 2 and him having a reason to get revenge on Shrek. But all of it just did not work, and the arty plot goes nowhere. I actually like the idea of Shrek becoming a father, him being scared of being a father, and him being scared of becoming his dad, but it seems so out of place compared to the first 2 films. At least the trio of Shrek, Puss, and Donkey is fun though. This is the movie that I remember seeing the most merchandise for. Kicking off my top 5 list for me has got to go to Shrek Forever After. I saw this film in theaters with my dad, and come on, this movie's pretty good. It's really great. It's what I call the underrated redemption of the franchise. Whereas Shrek the Third was the devastating fall, this one ups the quality a little bit better. Essentially, this film is fan fiction. While I'm a big fan of Elseworld stories, I can admit that this movie is formulaic, but the greatest thing about it is that it's taken a little bit more seriously than the parody-like films of 1 and 2. Rumpelstiltskin is a cool, charismatic villain, and he twists his words a lot to be a conniving villain as well, and seeing other ogres is always fun. Shrek Forever After crafts an Elseworlds what-if story that serves as both fan fiction and a satisfying conclusion to the franchise. Coming in at number 4 for me has got to go to Puss in Boots: The Original, another film I saw in theaters, this time with my grandmother. Puss in Boots inherently is a character that lends himself well to a spinoff. This film is treated like an El Diablo, Mask of Zorro adventure with action and spectacle. And I go back to Mask of Zorro because Antonio Banderas voices Puss in Boots, but he was also Zorro in the Mask of Zorro movie, so that's pretty cool. Instead of parodying the fairy tales, they used them to their advantage here. We meet new interesting characters like Kitty Softpaws, we get the Jack and Jill husband and wife characters, and Humpty Dumpty as the villain has emotional ties to Puss, offering a very personal hero versus villain plot. But I must say that this movie does get a little bit boring in the middle. This film feels mature, it feels fresh after Shrek Forever After, and if the Shrek films were a parody of fairy tales, then this one is a parody of the old Spanish Texas Western. Kicking off my top 3 list for me has got to go to Shrek 2001, a film that originally started off as a way to piss off Disney executives, quickly turned into one of the biggest animated film franchises of all time. What else is there to say about Shrek? Shrek takes everything we love about fairy tales and flips it on its head. Whether it's the princess blowing up birds when she sings, or the trusty steed not being a horse, but a donkey. All of it is crude and just so clever. While crass, the film has some heart in it as well as subverting the love trope. Shrek will always be one of the most influential animated films of all time to me. It's witty, it's clever, all of it just works. My runner-up at number 2 for me has got to go to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the most mature film in the franchise to me. This movie offers spectacle with fast-paced action and heart. The central theme of Puss learning to let go of the legend that is Puss in Boots really resonated with me because we've seen him throughout all the Shrek films and even in his own spin-off as the legend, as the hero, as the fearless hero, Puss in Boots. Like a lot of people say, it's a film about death, life, regrets, kind of like Logan. The fact that Puss also runs away from death is so profound because while he is afraid of dying completely, death is not just a metaphor in this film. He's the actual villain. It's actually a clear personification of death inside of this film. Whether you're in awe by the dazzling animation style, or clinging to the edge of your seat looking at the character of Death, or even just crying, The Last Wish serves as the most thematically rich film in the series. But coming in at my number one has gotta go to Shrek 2. I mean, this really, I wish I could put Puss in Boots: The Last Wish in number one, but for me, it's Shrek 2. This is nothing but a parody of Hollywood with a fairy tale twist and Shrek's crass humor. The sequel expanded the world, opened a larger chapter of characters, and even going to new locations. Fairy Godmother, I think, is the best villain of the franchise, and Puss in Boots serves as an amazing side character. The writing is still fast-paced and witty, maybe even better than the first film. Nostalgia hits me like a brick while watching this movie, because while every other film I had on DVD, I never had this one on DVD. I had it on VHS. Shrek 2 might always come out on top for me. It's fun, it has an emotional story for the newlyweds of Shrek and Fiona, and it's just iconic. This is why Shrek 2 has to come in at number 1. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please know that everything that I did say in this video is just my real opinion, and you are free to comment down below your very own ranking on the Shrek and Puss in Boots films, right from the worst to the best, just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter that's going to pop up on your screen right now, and also have a happy new year everyone. 2023 is just around the corner. Let's end this year off with a bang. And with that being said, this video is pretty late, as you can tell, because I am sick at the moment, and it's kind of hard to make multiple videos at the end of the year because you're sick. At the end of the day, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.